I'm Tyrell. I'm up here in North Pole, Alaska, up in the interior, and this is Trail and Error is really going to be focusing on what I have learned and what I continue to learn as I hunt, as I experience attempting different things. Everything from sheep hunting to grouse hunting. Might be doing some through hiking this next year. My main hunting partner has gotten really interested in doing some through hiking, so we may attempt to do some of that here in the Alaska interior this summer. But just kind of what we've learned as far as gear, things that we have found that we really think are worth the money, things that we're kind of on the fence on, and everything in between. So, and then just things we've learned to be successful. And I can tell you that the number one thing, if you don't take anything away from anything else I say or the rest of this channel, but my mantra or my theme is going to be, you just got to get out and do it. At the end of the day, you can read all the books, you can be on every forum, you can watch every YouTube channel, you can listen to every podcast, attend every help talk or seminar or university type thing, but until you get out and actually do it, you have no idea what's happening, and you're never going to fully experience. And that doesn't downplay those things. Like, obviously I think there's value in it, and that's why I'm here. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to you have to do it. A very common story I've heard since I started getting into sheep hunting. Really, go play with your brother. Get is so many people they started and they were like, we got out and we realized we weren't in good enough shape. We couldn't go as far as we thought we wanted to. We weren't ready food-wise. We weren't ready in a variety of different ways. But really, like, man, on our first sheep hunt, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. We had no idea. We'd never hiked that far out into the wilderness. We hiked 15 miles. I think we did 13 or 12 or 13, and then after a couple days, we went even farther in from our initial spot. But we had no idea what we were getting into. Had never backpack camped for a week before like that. Had never hiked that many miles and had to bring everything with us before. And man, the first 3 miles were miserable. And we'll talk about it. I'm sure I'll talk a lot about kind of my two, passions are kind of mountain / sheep hunting and then waterfowl hunting. And so I'm sure these will come up a lot, but man, we got 3 miles into the first 3 miles, from half a mile to a mile, all the way to 3 miles. We were like, this is a mistake. Everything hurt. Back hurt, hips hurt, legs hurt, feet hurt, everything. And that's where so many people I know, they turn around and they say that they get back to the start, the trailhead or the vehicle or whatever it is. They get back to where they started and they're like, oh, I feel better. And so that was the right choice. But by mile 5, I was fine. Yeah, I was sore from doing more work than normal, but my body recovered, got used to the workload, and that is kind of the key to everything. It took us 4 attempts to get my first ram. I got my first significant bull moose this year, and I've been hunting moose since 2017. So 8 years to get my first bull moose. Antlered bull. Yeah. So trail and error, getting out, trying it, be smart. I've got a wife, 5 kids, 2 dogs. We're a single family income. I make everything for this family, and so I take my safety pretty serious. So you gotta be smart, gotta take precautions, do the smart things, get on the forums, watch the YouTube videos, do all that stuff to prepare the best you can. But in the end, like, just because something works for me, for another YouTuber, article writer, whatever, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And so that's where I really think that trial and error comes in. And for me, with the focus of this show being outdoors and being on the trail, being outside in the woods or on a duck pond, or looking for pheasants and upland birds in the grass, or the mountains, the peaks for ptarmigan, the ridges, whatever it is, it's all about getting out on the trail, trying to do it, trying to figure it out. You're going to make some errors. You're going to have to make some mistakes, and you're going to learn some stuff. But at the end of the day, trial and error, get after it, and figure it out. Be smart, be safe, but figure it out. I'm going to GoPro today and stick it on my bino harness or something, just to try to capture some video out here. Trail and error I've had for about 4 or 5 years now, at least 4 probably. I've been having different folks tell me that I should do some sort of a podcast or a YouTube channel, just kind of showing what I do and some of the different things different sports and or outdoor activities, archery and rifle hunting, big game, small game, just kind of all the different avenues. And I have waited so long primarily because I don't feel like I'm an expert. I don't feel like I have the knowledge base necessarily on my own to... Do you see something, Sil? Hey, Sil. Come back this way. Do you see something? We are unsuccessfully grouse hunting. This is my 5th attempt getting out here with the dogs, different areas. As winter sets in and it's starting to snow. Find something, Cal? Got my 2 Pudelpointers here. Cal's the 8-month-old black male, and Sil is the 3-year-old brown female there. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So trial and error, Alaska is born from, basically, I mean, in a nutshell, me just trying to do this stuff until I figure out how to be successful. There's nothing special about me, about Tyrell. I'm just an average guy. I guess I've got a wife and 5 kids. We've been married for getting close to 20 years. We're at 18, had our 18th anniversary this year. We were very young when we got married, so we've definitely had to fight through a lot. But in and of ourselves, myself, I mean, I am not doing anything special. I'm not doing anything that nobody else out here can do. I think the only reason I have more success than a lot of people I know is the time and just doing it. And it's funny because I compare myself a lot to some of these more successful hunters who kill a bunch of animals every year, and they are traveling all over, being able to harvest animals. Cal, where you at? Cal! There he is. Come on. Hey. Come. Good girl. Come. Come on, Cal. And, hey. Come here. Good boy. Good come. All right, fly. So I think that it's funny because a lot of people think that I'm extremely successful. And I guess in a lot of ways they're wrong. They're right. I have been blessed to get a sheep after 4 attempts. I've been able to harvest several, I think I'm at 8 caribou. And a couple of moose. I think I'm at 3 moose now of my own. Got a nice bull this year, 2025, and been able to waterfowl hunt a lot, which is probably one of my favorite activities. And it's not nearly as, I guess, not as easy or as long of a season up here, but I've been able to have good success. And so kind of, I thought we'd see some grouse by now on this road. Caledon's chasing Tweety birds. But a lot of so-called success for me has really just, I don't feel like it's anything special. I just feel like I'm not limiting myself. I'm trying things without the best gear, trying things with what I've got, and then as I can or have been able to, I invest more time, more money in these resources and see what else I can do. But really, for the most part, the number one thing I do that I think a lot of people don't do or forget or second guess is just being out here. If you're not out here, you can't experience seeing bird dogs. Since I'm out here today, you can't experience bird dogs casting around, checking for sign, seeing their body language without being out here. No matter what you do at your house, in the field, or at the house training, even in the training field, there's nothing quite the same as seeing them actually out here. Really, bud? Good job. Working. And nothing really can prepare you for that. Nothing can set you aside. It's like, this will be funny. I'm going to go this way. These dogs are going to go a different way. And here in about a minute, a little less than a minute, they'll realize I'm going a different direction and they'll come boogieing back. I just saw Sil trotting back this way. So even for me, like trying to figure out this bird dog thing, this is all new to me. I'd never owned or trained a bird dog before, never trained or owned any kind of a hunting dog. Isn't that right, guys? And so much of this is just trial and error, me trying to figure this stuff out. Sheep hunting, same thing. And so kind of my goal with this podcast, I think currently at least, my current iteration or current goal is to talk about the things I've learned, the gear I've used. You know, even right now I'm wearing a pair of boots I've bought when I first moved to Fairbanks North Star Borough back in 2016. That first winter there, they had these boots on sale at Costco. They're Danner pronghorns, and nowhere on any forum, unless you're searching for Danner, are you going to find these boots recommended. What'd you guys find? Songbird. That looked like a grouse for a second. But these boots have been amazing. They're a little too hot for early fall, as they're like 12 or 1,600 grams of insulation. But other than that, they've been fantastic. And I absolutely really like them. And now I am trying to go to a wider toe box shoe because I've found that for my feet, these narrow boots that I've got now, like since I started sheep hunting more seriously, I picked up a pair of Crispies, which are phenomenal boots, sorry. They're hard on my toes, hard on my feet, and so I'm looking for a replacement in a wide shoe box. Good dogs. Did you find something, Cecil? Hey, good girl. So with that, it's, these boots have been everything I've needed. And honestly, I probably never needed to buy a better pair. I did. I went out and bought a pair of Crispies. Cal! Good boy. Went out and bought a pair of Crispies. Oh, that was Sil. Good girl, Sil. Sorry. Wrong dog. Even today, I'm out here beating this brush, and I'm not wearing no upland pants. I wanted to. I was looking at trying to buy a pair, and I just couldn't justify it this year. Between money and how much upland bird hunting I'm doing and how much I actually need them, I'm just out here in a pair of pants that I got from Costco that honestly aren't even going to dry quick. And are they the ideal pants? Absolutely not. But they're going to do for beating the brush in the snow for an hour as the dogs look for grouse in the trees and along the creeks or along the roadways, hoping they find something. Anyway, I've been rambling. So yeah, there'll be more to come. I'll explain more, talk about more. I don't know. Most of the format will probably be me not necessarily doing campfire stories, but trying to talk about experiences and gear reviews. And then some buddies. My main hunting partner is Eric out of Juneau. I'll definitely try to have him on here. And there's some other friends I know who have been able to do a lot, have a lot more success, have a lot more knowledge. And we'll definitely try to get as many people as we can to offer tips and tricks and advice and things that it's actually worth spending the money on and things that's less. So yeah, I'm going to get off here so I can focus on these dogs and the sounds. It's so quiet out here. Hey, dogs! One of them's working back this way. What you doing? Come here. Good boy, Cal. Are you a good boy? Good boy. Good dog. You a good dog? Hey, come here. Good boy. You having the time of your life? All right, fly. Hopefully we get something today for him. He hasn't gotten on any wild birds yet, unfortunately. Still's gotten on a few, not this year though. Anyway, we'll be back. Welcome to Trial and Error, where we're trying things out, making errors along the way, and trying to figure out how to keep doing more of this and find more success. Awesome. We'll talk to you guys later.